gonorrhea, 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 gonorrhea.
Isn't awesome.
Gore.
God, he reigns.
Boo! Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my second review for Gore's Month of Horror, and this time I am taking a look at Hatchet 3, of course, the third movie in the Hatchet series, one of my favorite horror movie series out there right now, and I'm sad to say this might actually be the last Hatchet film. I mean, they said it's going to be the last one, it's done, and by the end of it you're like, oh, okay, it might really actually be done. Oh, I'm sad because I just love violence and gore, and oh boy, the Hatchet series does it in spades. So, what did I think of Hatchet 3? Did it at least send this movie series out on a positive note? Let's talk about it. Alright, so the story for Hatchet 3 takes place right after the end of Hatchet 2, just like Hatchet 2 took place after the end of Hatchet 1. So it just keeps doing this. It's all in like pretty much one night. So this time, Victor Crowley, the main bad guy, the big dude played by Kane Hodder, is dead. He's dead. He's completely dead. I mean, his freaking head is mush, so he's dead. But, of course, just out of nowhere, Hatchet 3 decides, you know what, screw it, he's back. Victor Crowley is back because you cannot kill a guy that's already dead. So he comes back, and now mercenaries come and try to, you know, track down what happened to everybody in Hatchet 2. Everybody got murdered, so they're just like, what the hell's going on? Everybody's murdered here. So they have to go figure it out. Of course, these mercenaries start getting picked off one by one, and sometimes way more than one by one, sometimes like 3 by 3. So they're just getting murdered and killed in the most explicit and just disgusting ways. And of course, you got the main character, I think her name is it's Mary Beth, right? The main character, Mary Beth, from the first 2 films, and she needs to track a way down to actually kill Victor Crowley once and for all. And that's the story. It's the same thing again, but you know what? More of the same for this series is good. Let me tell you that. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you people, this movie is ridiculous all the way through. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, right when they get Victor Crowley out and his head is mush, and the next scene, for no reason, they don't even show you his head reconstructing or anything. No, just the next scene, his head is perfectly fine. They don't care. They said, you know what, we need at least one more film. We can't end it on 2. Let's end it on 3, baby. So they get Victor Crowley back. He murders a lot of people in very funny and inventive ways. People get their heads split, freaking get ripped, emboweled, ripped apart and stuff. This movie is bloody, and sure, the blood and gore, the guts, the blood, they all kind of look fake, especially the blood. You can see right through the blood. But you know what? When you're in the zone and you're just you're just watching a film just to have fun, you don't care. I didn't care. I was just like, yeah, that is gory as hell, and I enjoyed it. Everybody's having a good time in this film, even if they're not the best actors out there. You know, they're having a good time, especially when they get to their death scenes, which a lot of people die in this film. That's not a spoiler. A lot of people die. And when they get to their death scenes, it's hilarious. I mean, you can just see them having a good time, reacting to how they're going to die, like, ah, I'm dying. Hey, if you need someone new to die in your next film, Adam Green, the guy that directed the first 2 films, he didn't direct this one. I think he only produced this one. But if you want someone else to die in your next film, call me, man. I will die gloriously for you. I will die with you. I mean, I will die for you. So there you go. That's an offer. Take it. So, anyway, call me. Yeah, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's dying. It's just fun. There's really nothing else to say about this film. I mean, it's from point A to point B. Blood, 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 blood. Here's a little slow moment to explain the story on how we're gonna kill Victor Crowley. Blah blah blah. That stuff's kind of boring. But when it gets back into the forest and Victor Crowley's just stalking these mercenaries and they're just getting murdered one by one, it is awesome. Now, if I have to say anything that's a complaint, these mercenaries, besides Derek Mears, who played Jason in the last Friday the 13th movie, besides him, everybody else doesn't really act like a mercenary. Everybody is like either scared or just doesn't even look like it doesn't even look the part. But Derek Mears definitely. Also, talk about Derek Mears. Derek Mears versus Kane Hodder, the guy that played Victor Crowley, and also played Jason for years. Jason versus Jason? Maybe. I don't want to disappoint you, but maybe there might be a little versus match there. So, anyway, I don't want to have anything else to say. It's just a fun movie. It's not scary. It's fun, though. Oh, boy. There might be some jump scares here and there, but for the most part, it's just so much fun. It really is. I love Hatchet as a series, and definitely go check it out. It's It's just great. So definitely go rent it or even buy it. Just do it. So I'm going to give this movie a 32 out of 40. Can't give it too high because it is a ridiculous film. But you know what? On the pretty small budget, they gave us just blood, and fun. And some funny moments too. There are actually really funny moments. So overall, I think Hatchet 3 is a really good horror film. Definitely go check it out. That's my second review for Gore's Month of Horror. So far, so good. Thank you, and goodbye.